5-second warning.
We're going.
We're just about to launch up here on the tandem.
Larry and Diane are launched off tandem. They got some good lift.
Andy Potter, first place. But with 7 pilots remaining, anything could happen. These are all... Rob Sinclair just staying downwind of the target. Some light S-turns, burning off his altitude, watching that bullseye. Rob's also flying in a pod harness. He passes overhead, you notice he's got his little bomb bay door that closes up with a zipper after you take off and land, or after you take off. So Sinclair wants to beat Andy Potter out of the prize money by taking first place. He should be dropping his feet out of the harness any second now. Come up out of prone, grab the base tube, the down tube. Looking good. Looking good. That ought to do it. How quickly our standings can change. Hi, Mom. What'd you think?
I started crying when Brandon jumped off. To do that.
Again, he's going to make another pass over the beach to make about the same approach as the last couple of pilots have. This is called the Downwind Leg. Notice how the glider speeds up apparently as it's flying downwind. He should be coming off out of prone any second now.
Mom! Stay here, please. Look, stay here.
Larry, Diane. Diane will switch back behind Larry right about now.
Here, we're standing on the south landing of south takeoff area. Yeah, the south takeoff area of Mount Swansea, and I'm talking with Bill Collins. Bill, you tell us how long you've been flying kites.
I started flying in 1976, and that's in the winter of December I came here to fly, and I liked it so much I didn't leave.
Didn't leave. This is a great valley to live. I know I've been here for 10 years myself. You got any really memorable flights that stick out in your mind?
Well, I've had lots of memorable flights, but the ones that you want to forget that you...
Those are the most exciting.
Those are the ones where you, like one time I stepped into my harness on the feather launch, dropped my kicker or my cocoon, and just got one step, and then I was already in my harness with the other foot. That was pretty memorable, and that I just it was nearly a bad accident. So I remember the accidents and stuff. Like flying up in Fairmont and stuff here is just beautiful. Fairmont Range is always beautiful, and flying towards Golden, and there's the valley there, and it's all exciting. It's the science of thermaling and stuff.
How do you feel about taking off here today?
Well, it's not dangerous or anything today. It's I'm going to take off this launch here just because it's almost like a cliff. You don't really need to run very much, and you have to get the airspeed up. Normally these gliders fly, say, about 15 miles an hour. I forget the statistics, but you have to run things to gain that airspeed. Say at this launch over here, you have if the wind's coming up at 10 miles an hour, then you only have to run at 10 miles an hour to get the thing in the air. But if there's no wind, then you have to achieve that airspeed.
Okay. It's been great talking to you. How close do you think you're going to hit the inner tube today?
Well, I haven't been flying very much, so I'm just trying to get down safely, and if I can hit the thing, then that's good.
That's a bonus.
Yep.
Okay, great talking to you, Bill. Thank you. Okay. So go ahead. Can you tell us about last year's flight? You were the defending champion.
Well, last year was pretty interesting because I came in and I was a little bit high, and I made a slight turn to the right to lose a little altitude, and I suddenly got dumped, and I found myself plummeting down to the earth, and luckily I was able to pull out, and I just skimmed the tops of the trees and came shooting out, and was lucky enough to come out in a position where I could line up with the target again, and so I just flew right in, and it just worked out. It was lucky.
It was a lucky flight.
Yeah, that's right.
So this time you're going to use skill to try to win it this year?
Yeah, I think I'll try that.
Okay. You think you could beat the 8-inch target at the moment?
Ooh, 8 inches, I don't know. That's tough.
8 inches is pretty close. We're going to have to put both feet in again. That's what you did last year, didn't you?
One anyways, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for talking to us, and good luck on your flight.
Thanks, Vic.
Greg Leslie has just left the launch.
Greg also has a speed bar on this glider. You'll notice his base tube that he has his hands on right now has a little bit of a kink in it sort of thing. So when you pull the bar in all the way, you can pull it in a little bit farther. Making his S-turns, leading off the altitude. Watching that target. We're watching the trees. Yeah, a quick turn right back into the target line. Like my camera crew. Bare feet and all. Looking good. Looking real good. Not quite first place, but real close. Greg Leslie in Dixon.
Yeah, good afternoon. We're on top of the North Launch at Mount Swansea at the 19th Annual Lakeside Hang Gliding Event. We're talking to Eric Heinrichs. And Eric, you were going to tell me a little bit about what it takes to train before you actually jump off a mountain.
Well, they start you out on a real shallow slope, and you just get running with the glider and feel it float off your shoulders, and then you start moving up further and further up the hill until you're running and your feet aren't touching the ground. And when you're first learning, the instructor is right next to you on the glider if you're learning from a proper school. And when I teach, I can fly the glider while the person runs by the wires. So I can control their pitch and their roll on the glider. And that's basically what you first learn, is to control your pitch and roll and take off and land. And as you get used to that and used to having your feet off the ground, start moving up off the hill, and then you learn your aircraft approach or your figure 8 approach, and then you start moving further up, and next thing you know, you're jumping off a mountain like this.
This is a pretty exciting mountain to be jumping off of. It's got one of the best views that we'll probably ever see.
Yeah.
How long have you been training people to fly?
I've been doing it about a year.
About a year?
Yeah, and it's pretty exciting because when I learn how to fly, there's like a certain bonding to the person that teaches you how to fly, and so it's kind of neat to be on the other side of that and
that's great.
Share the experience with other people.
Okay, thanks a lot for talking to us, Eric, and good luck on your flight today.
All right.
Thank you.
Getting ready to go.
Good job.
Eric Heinrichs has just left launch.
Eric's most memorable flight was a multiple-hour flight he had. They call it a coyote howl at Lake McClure. He was skying everyone out, which means you're sitting up way up over top of the whole pack. He was flying tip to tip with a red-tailed hawk. There's Eric, real light wind conditions. Watching that target. Yes, into the swimming area. That's good for a prize. Eric McClure all the way from California. Little tree pruning. Enough. Go, Bill. That is Billy flying a Weed Eater 3.
Cool.
So won't you smile for the camera? That's a paraglider. The only name it'd give us is Max.
These things can actually do some pretty amazing aerobatics. Makes it look pretty easy, huh? Thank you.